Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Culture Cast. We are at episode 97, so nearly at 100. Nearly, not so far. So, first, the elephant that isn't in the room, Tubbs will be along shortly. He is again, of course, in a mid battle with his children, and he is not winning. But he said he will be on fairly soon. So it's just me for the moment. And what I'm going to do while I'm here is just going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be doing the show and tell. We have our mystery guest that Tubbs does not know about, and nobody has revealed it to him, thankfully, this time. And also a big shout out to Tez, who was on last week. I had to think for a second because I couldn't remember. Yeah, thank you to Tez, who was on last week and was a great guest. And delighted to have him on as well. He's had me on USR a couple of times as well, or ZSR or ZSR, whichever way you want to pronounce it. We have a good few things for Art Corner as well, including something from our guest. And yeah, so we're going to just talk a bit about trailers. There was Killers of the Flower Moon, The Creator, and lots of figure stuff as well, which I've kind of neglected in the last couple of weeks, months, I would say. We originally did start out as an action figure podcast, so yeah, we're going to do some of that and talk about some of the newly dated Marvel shows and other bits and pieces that come up in the chat, which brings me to the chat. So, hello, you lovely people. Rolando, hello. Pop My Culture, hello. Hello, Shanty. Yay! G-Force Racing, hey, Brian Tubbs, G-Unit. Hey, Rolando. Never fear, Shanty. Sugarbush is here. Mick Hula, another former guest of the show. Welcome, my friend. He says, woof. Hey, Mick. Mick says, hey, G-Man, pop Rolando, I meant to say. And Pop My Culture, Sugarbush. Hello, Mick. Miss Daddy is here. I hope your tooth is a little bit better. She was suffering fairly bad, and that's the tooth. Yes, I did make that pun. To her in a tweet as well. That's the tweet. Wee Daddy. Mick. Hey, Mick. Jonathan is here. Hey, Jono. Even Brian Tubbs, multiple excuses for dossing all week in chat. Yeah, I know. Multiple excuses. MOD Extra Games and Collectibles, thank you for coming. All right, you tweeted me. I came. What have I missed? Nothing yet. We're just getting started. If you haven't been here before and you don't know what to expect, this is a pop culture chat with lots of depravity thrown in, I would say. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy it or not. Hey, Jonathan. Mick says, Jonathan Redmond says, Sup, Daddy, how's the tooth? No lies there. Hey, Daddy, Jonathan, MOD Extra. Hey, Mick. Story G-Force. Daddy says, well, lack of tooth, Jonathan, giving me more jip now than when I had it in my bloody gob. Oh, yes, you got it out. I remember now. Hey, Daddy, Blinky and MOD. Blinky is, of course, Jonathan Redmond. Something I was lost on for a long time. Didn't know what that meant. Hey, G-Unit. Hey, Shanti. That sucks, Daddy. Did they at least stitch it? Oh, just make me think of my own fucking tooth extraction a couple of years back. Nope, a bloody great hole. Oh, I can't help it. Nope, it's a good thing Tubbs isn't here when I read this out. Nope, I've got a bloody great hole and I think an infection. Got an appointment tomorrow, so hopefully then they can help me. That just reads so badly. I'm sorry, I read it so badly. Everybody extras name my channel, but you all can call me Chris. Okay, Chris, that's a lot easier to say as well. Connor is here. He says, evening all. Hey, Connor from Pop Culture. G4 says, hey, Connor. Scuba Pete is here. Got a few minutes before jumping in the aquarium. Hope you have a good fishy time. Hey, Connor. Hey, Scuba. Hi, Scuba. Make sure to get the good painkillers along with some antibiotics. Oh, yeah, the Nurofen or the ibuprofen are great for teeth. Hey, Pete. Rhymes with teeth. Connor, G-Force, Steady, Pop My. Hey, Connor. Hey, guys. And everybody just say hello. What's up, Scuba? Damn, Shabby Widow got me again. Yeah, it's cute, isn't it? Or haunting, I can't decide which. I want 100% paracetamol, ain't touching it. Jonathan, Rolando, Mick. Hey, brain, I do have a brain, unfortunately for me. The Peaky Arrow is here. Hey, Peaky, how are you, dude? Hope you're doing well. Scuba Pete. G4 says, hey, Peaky. Everyone's saying hello to Peaky. Manga Fandanga is in the room. Thank you once again for sending out that awesome item. And it will be featured heavily on here when it arrives. And Sai, you know what I'm talking about. Peaky, hey Sai. Chris, Manga Fandanga do. Peaky, hey Sai. And we've got James in the house. Howdy to all all the good people. Smith Lord, I agree with you. At this rate, Tubbs will be the mystery guest on his own show. He's always that late. Yeah, so guys, episode 100, mystery guest, Tubbs. Yeah, Sai, Manga Fananga, tip of all the claps still in the chat. Every time I see people saying Sai, my brain automatically goes to C. Hey Chris, Smith Lord, hey Smitty and James. Evening all. Hello, James and Smith Lord. Hello, TJC. TJC, sorry, I missed you. How are you, dude? He says, evening all. Welcome to the show. We're down at Tubbs at the moment. He should be on any minute now, I think. And I just read down further. I have to message him. So, yeah, Terry, James, hey, TJC, evening all. Evening, Mr. Smithy. Connor, this is what I was laughing at. Connor said, someone shut the baby gate and now Tubbs is stuck on the bottom step. Connor, you're so cruel, but so funny and so. TJC. Whoop, I almost put someone on timeout there by accident. It wasn't Tubbs for once. Pop McCulture, Scuba, G-Force, TJC, Fuller's. Okay, so I'm just gonna go down through these. May make a TJC, Jonathan, Manga Fandanga, Sai. G4 says pop culture with lots of depravity. Good description, or it could be depravity with some pop culture. Either way works, I suppose. Daddy says that's the only time I say I'm a bloody great hole, for fuck's sake. I have to come back to this when Tubbs comes on because it's a top tier comment. Like, where are we? Sorry to hear you're still in pain, Miss Diddy. It's more pop and depravity when you think about it. G-Force, Rolando, True Jono. Thanks, Terry. Manga Fananga. What time does the dentist have his lunch? 2:30. I'll get my code. Brilliant, Simon. I love it. That speaks to my pun heart. Jesus, sorry. G4 says if Bruno is not the 100th episode guest, I will be disappointed, even if he is in the GIMP outfit. Well, what I'm going to do for episode 100 is I'm actually just going to have a link at the top of the page, and any of you motherfuckers can come on here and chat with us. So it's going to be like an open forum thing. Get outside. Yeah, that's I really enjoy that. So thank you. Manga Fandanga. Gerard, how are you, my friend? Hope you're keeping well. And Miriam too. So, hey, Gerard, Smith Lord, Gerard. Okay, so we still are down at Tubbs. So I'm going to move on to show and tell for this week, and I have some good things. Not a load, by Jeff, but anyway. So I won't bother making myself big because I'm the only one here at the moment. So thanks to James McGurk and Tubbs as well, in fairness. He's, yeah, I agree, G-Force, but look, we'll try anyway. Open mic, there's no chance of getting out of control. But see, I can kick people, and I will kick people if they act the bollocks. So I'll keep it in control. So yeah, thanks to James and Tubbs who alerted me to this on Facebook around the same time. I went to Smith's during the week and picked up some cheap Star Wars figures. I got this Republic security droid for €12, and he's quite nice. I really like him actually. Which way are we going? This way. And for €12, you can't beat him. And for €7, I got this Titan Boba Fett. I was reviewing this guy earlier, and I must have said Bobby Fett about 1,000,000 times. I swear to God, I don't know why I have it in my head, but I passed on this a lot. And then even when it went down to €15, I thought about it. I was like, no, I'll wait. So to get in for 7 was absolutely excellent. There was like we did have Riva for a tenner. I already had her, so it was okay. And there's Endor Leia there as well for €10 too. So yeah, I was happy enough to get those. Then from Big Bang Comics during the week, this guy arrived. I'm sure some of you will know him. So I'm not a big fan of McFarlane toys, but I had to grab the '89 Batman because reasons, obviously. This figure is really good. I'm very happy with him. I am interested to know why he's got muddy boots, and I presume that's to do with, like, if you can see them there, he does have quite sandy boots. So I'm presuming that's something that happens in the Flash film, which I'm looking forward to seeing as well. That should be really, really good. And yeah, like, this is a nice figure. I'm not too gone in the McFarlanes in general. I only bought him really for one reason, and that reason is my next thing. So I also bought this. I don't know how well you can see this, but yeah, the McFarlane Batmobile. Nice, a lovely piece of kit. Very, very cool. And Tubbs is going to be ultra gutted he missed this. But yeah. And yes, Smith Lord, I can see your comment. I don't know how I feel about this Batmobile. It's lovely to look at, but I do have a review up tomorrow, so you can see my full feelings on it. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. I can go from hating it to loving it. James, nice one, Brian. Glad to tip you off. Hi, James. Hi, Mick. Jonathan said, yeah, that Titan Boba got discounted like crazy everywhere. Not a figure I expected to peg one, to be honest. Yeah, like, it's not a look I'm overly taken with that character in general. But yeah, like, Boba to me is always the original trilogy version. I don't really care about even the new show. Even the new show, I don't really care about that version of Boba Fett. The original one is the one I've always wanted, and it's the one I have into the 12. So, like, when I saw that one for £7, I was like, yeah, €7 is not much. You'd spend that on a roll and a bottle of Coke or something. So yeah, like, it's worth having him for that, is all I'll say. And it's actually a good figure as well. Like, I have reviewed it as well, just hadn't gone up yet, but it is a good figure. Batman, sad faces, really? Chris says, far be it for me to be pedantic, Brian, but that's the 2023 Batman. It's Keaton, but the suit is 2023. I did say that his boots were from the movie, like, because it's all sandy and shit. And I do say that in the review that I haven't released yet. But yeah, like, it's '89 Batman to everyone, even probably you smart fucker. Jonathan says that Batmobile is awesome. And Smithy, Chris says either Brian is tiny or that is a huge fucking Batmobile. Well, here's Galactus. This is how tall I am. And this is the Batmobile lengthways. So it is fucking huge. It is massive. And it fits all 7 inch and all 6 inch figures as well. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. And this is the problem, James. Is that Batmobile heavy? No, it's quite light, and it's quite light, and that kind of it looks great. It doesn't really do much, and it is light enough. I expected it to be a lot heavier, to be honest. And it's yeah. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, Salacious Rum. It's big. I'm not sure either. Yeah, seems to be the like a lot of people as well are painting their ones. I have no skill to paint at all, so I am not touching my one because I've seen some people have fucked up their ones as well. And yeah, it's uh it's an interesting one because it's something I expected to absolutely love, and I just don't. Same with Batwing. Yeah, you unboxed it there yesterday, didn't you? I wasn't going. Like that Batmobile itself was always an iconic vehicle to me. The Batwing, I can take or leave, if I'm honest, and the price of it as well, crazy man. But yeah, it's just got McFarlane Toys written all over it. If I'm going to be brutally honest about it, yeah. So I don't know. Rum. Sai says, not as big as your Batwing, Rum. That's a beast. Yeah, the Batwing is absolutely massive. I would have nowhere to, like, I know of all that stuff behind me, but honestly, I would have nowhere to put that Batwing at all. Uh, hey, Shanty. That Batwing does look cool, Rummy. That wasn't a sad face. Hold on, I need to look at this again then. Ah, hot face. Yeah, now I see it. I should have known with you. It's hot and sweaty face. Florida is supposed to be really warm, I guess. Yeah, big but detail and paint apps could be better for money. Yeah, the lack of detail is shocking if I'm going to be honest. I haven't got a lot of big vehicles like the Bratz car that everyone was buying last year. That was like 30 something euros, and that has got LEDs, seatbelts, a trunk in the back, or a boot as we call it over here, and all sorts of bits and pieces in it, and it was half the price. I know. So I don't know. Hero G-Force. Jonathan said, true that Rum, but I think for something like that, you were paying for the overall size. And yeah, that's what I alluded to in my review as well, is that prices of plastic are gone through the roof. So maybe that is why it's so expensive, because it's certainly not on design and stuff. So Luke is here. Hey, dude. I don't mean to be trolling you, Luke, every day on Twitter. Just my way of saying I love you. Hey, Luke. Manga Fandango says, I'm a collector of Multiverse, but I thought 170 was way too dear for that Batwing, so I didn't pull the trigger. Yeah, and to me, like, 170 is way too dear. Uh, it is way too dear, but, like, yeah. I'm not too fussed on the Batwing anyway, so. Mikey Casey. Hello, Mikey. I'm not touching my one because I've seen so many people fuck up their ones as well. Interesting time to join and an interesting comment to hear. We're actually talking about people repainting their Batmobiles that they got from McFarlane Toys. In case you missed it, there's my one. Oh, this way? Yeah, this way. So a lot of people have repainted it because it's grey at the top and other bits and pieces, but in the words of our Lord, I couldn't be fucked also. Tubbs is supposed to be here, Mikey, as well, but his children are fighting him in the gladiator pits of my Ross, and he's not winning, I presume. Hey, Michael. Hey, G-Force. Yeah, G-Force, he is certainly losing the battle. Trolls unite. I love when anywhere when Luke puts up something like some random Star Wars meme or superhero stuff or whatever, excuse me, or poll or whatever, and I just always have to put up exactly the opposite of what he says. I know I'm wrecking your head somehow, but yeah. So yeah, for that, Luke, I'm sorry, and I will continue to do that. Uh, Black 47. Yes, you've never watched that, Luke. You have to go watch Black 47. John Wick in famine times Ireland. What more do you want? Adam, well, dude, how are you? Welcome back to the show. I don't know. Have you been on this? Have you been on watched this show before? But yeah, definitely. Welcome, dude. Price of plastic, tooling costs, and license rights to the movie design. Maybe. Yeah, very possibly. Like, but yeah, I suppose you're right. But like, he did that Batmobile thing as well, and that ended up being like 25 quid by the time it fucking before it sold. And of course, there wasn't movie rights for that, I suppose, either. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. Never apologize. I try not to. Black 47 on the comeback stream. So where is okay? Mhm. We're going to run out of. Also, I completely forgot. I was going to mention this when Tubbs got here, but I might as well say it now. Uh, very very sad news yesterday about Ray Stevenson, who passed away at the age of 58. He will you guys will have known him. He played Volstagg in the Thor movies, and of course he played the Punisher as well in Punisher Warzone. I'm sure, and he was about to play a Jedi character in the Acolyte. Was it in one of the new up and coming one of the new up and coming Star Wars shows on Disney Plus? And something I didn't know until I actually saw one of the news articles yesterday was Smith Lord. I'm not laughing at him, but I haven't seen. I didn't know he was from Northern Ireland. I had no idea. He was from Lisburn or something. So yeah, that's unfortunate. And so young to go as well. Like fucking hell, something is seriously wrong. Like with all these people going, I was absolutely gutted. I'm nearly sure he was in Dexter as well. I'm pretty sure I remember him being in that. And of course, he played Firefly in GI Joe Retaliation as well. So yeah, he's been in a lot of pop culture things. He's done a lot of B movies as well. He was in that recent Indian like super hit, that RRR, I think it was called. And yeah, he was starting to make it over there as well in Bollywood, which seems pretty damn random. But yeah, yeah, very very sad news to hear. Yeah, it's gotten G Forces along with True Romance double feature. Jonathan said, "Gutted to hear about Ray. Awesome actor, and he was any role he played. He was really really cool. He's always played like when he played bad characters, he was really good. I thought." Smith Lord says Ted's favorite monster died as well, didn't he? That was a subject I was going to cover in another segment later, but I don't know now if I can get to it because of Tubbs's no show so far. I was going to get his cousin on to talk about that. Yeah, he was awesome in Rome as well. Great actor and such a loss. That's a show I always meant to watch and just never really got around to it. Um, it's meant to be brilliant, like, and yeah, maybe I'll go back to it. But I hate going back to old shows. Me too with Jonathan Redmond. Daddy said, the Ahsoka trailer. That was it, I think. Yeah, it was. I was trying to think which one he was in. I thought it was one of the newer ones, but Ahsoka, yeah. Rome was super. There's another one for Rome. Yeah, he's in that as one of the show. He's in that show as one of the big bads, G Force. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we will get in some of that toy stuff that I was going to talk about earlier. So we will start with this. Where are we on? Share screen. So any of you guys who are interested in collecting the new Jada Toys Street Fighter line. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the new Chun Li figure they revealed. And it's up for pre-order now at Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, and for the UK, Star Action Figures have her up so far. I haven't checked the other ones, but these figures look so damn good. I actually can't get over the quality in some of them. Check that out. Wow. And the face sculpts as well are really, really good for like €25 figures. They're just as good as the Legends ones, in my opinion. And that's all the stuff you come with. This little thing there for her leg to go up on, I presume. Two different hands. And the costume for Chun Li as well. It's really, really simple, but it looks really good. And there she is with Fei Long and Ryu. So this line, like if they do get through more of these characters, it's going to be fucking excellent. I think probably one of the best action or fighting game lines we've gotten so far, outside of Storm, which are like extortionately priced. Jonathan says, I keep meaning to watch Rome, but the ending was spoiled for me in history class. Well, it wasn't built in a day, we know that. Connor said, I know it's set 2,000 years ago, so technically it was old when it came out. Jesus, you're very fucking funny. Chun-Li looks awesome. Are they the ones in the arcade cabinet box? Yes, GeForce, yeah. They are. They're the newer ones. It's kind of crazy how good Jada got with figures so fast. Like these are her second figure line. I think the difference with these guys is Jun, the guy who's over the creative side of it, is actually a massive Street Fighter fan, and he's been on a lot of live streams as well. So he's taken feedback from customers really, really well, and gone back to the drawing board. I think Chun Li was originally meant to she was meant to release in with the first two, but there was problems, so they went back and they refixed it, and here we go. She looks unreal. Like I know Hasbro or Mattel or McFarlane would probably just release the figure anyway, and then re-release another version down the line or something. But yeah, she's absolutely class. Friendly reminder to pop that like button. Thank you, Pop My Culture. Anyone as well who hasn't subscribed to Pop My Culture, go over and hit that. Yeah, so GeForce, yep. I've seen Ryu, but that's it. Sonic Boom. Hey lads, Tubbs got lost. Ways, welcome to the chat. And Tubbs didn't get lost, but he is having trouble with his kids at the moment. So he will be on soon enough. When that is, who the fuck knows? The Storm prices have gotten insane. 180 quid for that forearm dude that was just released. Well, that's fucking. Is that Kintaro you're talking about, or Shiva, who they've released as well? The thing that pissed me off, and I have about 14, 15, 16 of them. The thing that pissed me off was 5 years we've waited for Liu Kang to come out, and when they finally released him, they jack his price up to 150 quid and add in a dragon that no one wants. And it just put me completely off of him, and more or less off the line in general as well, because the regular size figures are dear enough anyway. Even Kano now is going up to like 100 quid. So yeah, it's just too expensive to keep collecting them, and it's annoying because I have half of the 12 full of the bastards, and I don't know what to do with them now, to sell them, to keep them. Yeah, I don't know. Collecting is annoying sometimes. Hey, Waze is Sith. Waze says, I'm not all in on these, but Chung-Li, Little Roy, and Ken are must-haves. Howdy, Waze. Hey, Waze. Hey, Waze. Chantel says, give the kids some Benadryl and call it a day, or a tranquilizer. A tranquilizer dart, even better. A shot of whiskey. Oh, they should, yeah. Hey, G Force Pop, John O'Connor. Miriam says, "Hey everyone, hope you're well. I'm good, Miriam. Hope you're well too." Hey, Miriam. Jonathan, they're like a bulky. Yeah, they're not quite 7 inch and they're not quite 6 inch. I would say they're like a bulky 6.7 inch or something. I don't know. They're quite big. I'll take down a pic. I'll take down one there in a sec. I think some of them are a lot bigger than others because King, who's the Tiger guy from Tekken, he is massive compared to some of the Mortal Kombat guys. Some of the smaller ninjas you could nearly pass off a 6 inch, but they'd be taller than anything else you got. Like, hey Miriam, everyone say hello to Miriam. Hey Wiz. Chris says he's a fan of the dark room for the kids himself. We really have to like make out a list for Tubbs how to get away from your kids. Still waiting for our Storm Gatchaman AG Force. And that's the thing, Simon, as well. They will announce figures like 2 years out from actually releasing them, which is so annoying. Like they released prototypes. I think it was for Kitana and maybe Jade about 3 years ago, and there's still no sign of them being released. So yeah, they put a lot of prototypes out and stuff, and then just don't fucking release them, or you wait a year and a half for them. Yes, it's making me crazy. Hey Miriam, Terry says I still have my Pope G-Force ties since I was 7. Hey Mick, the Gacha Man is going on a year pre-order now, ain't it? That's cool, TJC. So, whilst I'm here, I'm going to actually get you one of those. Okay, so let's move this thing a little bit for a minute. So, this is from Mortal Kombat. This is Baraka, Storm Collectibles, Mortal Kombat. And this is the Star Wars Black Series Zalbar. Just to give you an idea of the height. So that's like a Chewbacca size figure. But the width is bigger, like he's a lot bigger, wider. He's a lot wider. That's the word I was trying to say. But yeah, like they're fantastic figures. But price wise, like this cost, I think this one cost about 75 quid, about 3 or 4 years ago, and that's expensive. Like, and they've gone way up since then. Like the level of detail is insane, obviously in them, but yeah, the weight and all that kind of stuff, it's not really worth it if I'm honest. At the prices they're going to now, it's not worth it. But at 75 quid, that was the kind of the good spot, I think, for me anyway. And yeah, so Storm Collectibles, eh? So let's see now. There was other things as well that I was going to look at. Okay, so I'm not too sure how many of you guys still collect Marvel Legends, but these were revealed as well. Squadron Supreme, Nighthawk, and Blur. So basically, Marvel's parody to Batman and the Flash is what Squadron Supreme was. It was basically a parody of the Justice League, and I only reviewed two of them last week, Hyperion and the other guy, and these look really nice. I will be picking these up, and he's even got a batarang for fuck's sake. Check that out, like. Now, obviously, yeah, I don't know. But I love that they're doing the deep cuts like this, and they're not just releasing loads of Iron Man, Spider Man, Captain America. We are getting all these mad characters as well. These are from the Jason Aaron's run of Squadron Supreme as well, I think. or Avengers, where they appeared as villains in that. So yeah, that's Blur and what's his face? Nighthawk. That's the word. I couldn't think of it. Okay. Mad in it. TJC says, I have the Hellasky, Sky Tank, Gotcha Spalton, and God Phoenix 2. And sorry, it's Poppy. Okay. Jonathan said that 2-pack does look cool, but no idea who those characters are. Lol. Yeah, so they're a super villain team basically that were a rip off of the Justice League, and it was an intentional rip off, and they were like going to be the government avenger kind of things, and that's who they are. So, where are we? So, GeForce says I placed my order for the Gatchman in February of 2022. Jesus, man, that's a while. Chris says, I've not been into the recent raft of legends. Nothing wrong with him. Just not my bag. Didn't read the titles these folks are from. When's the new Black Widow coming though? She looks ace. Yeah, they released that like multiple articulated Black Widow pictures ages ago. And she looks awesome. And there's been no sign of her since. And there has been loads of new ones since then. Bloody fly. Sorry. uh, missed the comment there. Now, one sec. G-Force, why is it taking so long? James says, glad you still enjoy Legends, Brian. I've kind of drifted away a bit, but I'm sure I will get some again one day. Goblin and MJ in my next Marvel Legends. And that's a set in that I don't really want because I've got the Goblin I have from the retro wave is perfect. And the same with the Mary Jane, although I think, yeah, I've made mine into the other one, Emma Stone. I can't think of her name. Gwen Stacy. There we go. G4 says they keep moving it back with no explanation. The problem with Storm is they have too many licenses. They have so many different licenses that everything keeps getting pushed back, and that's why they haven't the people there to cover it either. So I don't know. I think that's what's happening here because they've every couple of months you'll get an announcement. Oh, Storm have gotten this video game license from here, and yeah, it just adds to the like I think some of the guys will have seen it, but they did announce like Virtua Fighter figures or something the other day. I think I have them here actually, pictures of them. Definitely win for Green Goblin and MJ. They can't blame COVID anymore. No, they can't. Chris says he's waiting for the same figure. Jonathan said it's the curse of dealing with those smaller companies, GeForce. And I will say as well about Jada Toys, I have listened to him talking on the live streams and stuff, and they are a very small company as well. So they're only working at about 5 figures a year or something like that. So he said they did say like the success of the Street Fighter brand will like decide whether they move up to the next level or not. So I can see a lot of people asking them to do different licenses and things. I don't think that's going to happen for a while because they've got Mega Man as well. Tez is here. Hey Tez, Radio Tez. Everyone say hello to Tez. Yeah, Mick, it seems that way. He says Storm never finished any license, and that's kind of unfortunate, really. I just want to move on because I'm going to see if I can find that other Storm announcement I was looking at there a while ago. Oh, this is actually it. This is so this is like Samurai Showdown. Again, like not something I'm really familiar with, but just Look at that guy, like Earthquake. I've never even heard of him. I have heard of the video game Samurai Showdown, but I don't remember this guy. Big heavy guy. This is why you don't get your gacha man because they're too busy doing stuff like this. Unfortunately, I think, and they just seem to forget about half the licenses they have. Like if I just click Storm Collectibles there, you can go down. You've got Shiba, you've got Soul Calibur Taki, Mortal Kombat Goro, a re-release. There's that damn Liu Kang and Dragon, Soul Calibur again, Virtua Fighter. That's the one I was thinking of. And you Night Wolf as well. Like they've just so many figures on the back burner. That's why they take so long. You've like Storm Samurai Showdown again, Mortal Kombat, and Streets of Rage. I hadn't even seen that one, but there's just so many ahead of, and they will more than likely make all those fighting game figures before anything else. So yeah, it's annoying, very very annoying. So let's see. Kind Jonathan says Mayfix are the most regular producers of the import companies, just 2 figures a month or every other one. And they started out the same though. When they started making stuff, I think their first figure was a Batman figure from the Dark Knight. And their stuff was really, really slow coming out at the start. And shit quality as well, but they have gotten their act together, it seems. Hey Tez. Tez, are you okay after the news about Rolf? Hey Tez. Steady. Tez, were you tying some kangaroos down by any chance? Jake depicted. G4 says this will be the last Storm figure I buy. Connor says, can you guess what it is yet? I wouldn't mind a decent sized Battle of the Planets Phoenix ship. Manga says, yes, Storm are now my Super 7s, John. Oh, fuck them. Jonathan says, is Virtua Fighter still a thing? Not heard of it from in forever. Yeah, Virtua Fighter 5, I believe, was released last year or the year before, maybe. And it was like a free game that you had to pay for extras and stuff. One of the freemium games, as you call them. Serves you right from Arkansas. TJC would really need some cool fame. Bleh. Tongue twister. It would need really cool flame effects. There we go. I know there's a guest in the chat. If they would like to come on now, that would be nice. I don't know where Tubbs is. He's gone. I think the kids are standing over him, knife in hand at this point. I'm gonna see now again if I can get him on. Smith Lord said, I think Super 7 would kick the arse out of a Battle of the Planets, catch him in line, but John would fucking cry. G-Force, do they do one like that? Not to my knowledge. I've just eaten my first chicken doner in 3 years. Jonathan said, I'd cry more if those fucks get to yes, 100% agree, Jonathan. Last thing I want is for Super 7 to get Mortal Kombat. Tekken, I can probably take Tekken or leave it. That was a horrible Tekken or leave it. That was terrible. Hey, Rolando, you're back. Manga Fandanga, why have you not had a chicken kebab for 3 years, Tez? Jonathan says, does that make you a chicken gobbler now, Tez? Okay, guys, you're going to have to stall the ball because I believe the winner of Tubbs and his kids' death match has arrived on the scene. So he's not here to guess. So some say he's a part of a band with 50 Cent and they call him that. So here is Mr. G Unit himself, this week's guest.
Hello.
How are you, dude?
I'm glad I didn't have to do my German accent
Well,
because
you
it's
can do your
horrible.
German accent if you like.
It's horrible.
You can give it a go if you want.
So, no, I have no German accent. I couldn't even begin.
That's
I was
cool,
going
man.
to
How are
play him a
you?
little song, see if he could guess from that.
Oh, Tez sent me a picture. I should be worried. Smith Lord says G Unit is the mystery tubs this week.
I have to up my swearing game, I guess.
Just one fuck per sentence will be fine.
Every other word.
Well, you know what I mean. Fucking. Yeah. So yeah, Luke says Uncle Tez G Force
Story.
G Unit.
I'll do my best, Tubbs. Oh, I should.
You're a bit tall. Anyway, dude, it's great to have you on the show.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
I did want to have someone.
Connor, up yours.
I did want to have someone from your neck of the woods on, so I wasn't like anti-American or something.
We still love all you guys over there.
That's good. That's good because I can't kick you off if you say anything bad. That's what I was saying to you earlier. Like, if I do an open mic on the last week, was that if anyone acts the dick, I will kick them off.
Yeah, yeah. You got to be mindful. Have fun, but jeez.
In small doses,
Yeah, yeah.
especially for tubs. One fucking job, G Force. One job. Yo, G man, looking well, G.
Thank you.
Chris
It's
says.
my shabby shirt. It brings the best out in me.
Chris says, "Do you know what Germans call a bra? Stop 'em
Stop
from
and flop.
flopping." Simon says that's a shy T-shirt.
Do you want me to put my Arsenal shirt on? Oh, that's not much.
No, let's not talk about Arsenal this week. Yeah, I'm not going to do it this week, Orlando. I'm not saying hello to everyone in one breath. Uh, the G-Man,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
the Mickaloo. Hey, Orlando. Daddy says, hey, Orlando. MOD extra. Okay, so we will start with I will check that picture Ted sent me first before saying anything. That's not too bad, I suppose. Hold on. So Tez just said, show this awesome toner kebab. This will not become a regular thing, putting food on. This is the only time, Tez. And you're only getting it because you were on last week. So there's Tez's dinner. Why have you got the chips in an ashtray? That's all I'd say.
Looks yummy.
So yeah, that's a Tez dinner when he's not eating sailors. Oof, did I go there? So what I actually want to start here is to start the art corner, and what better way to start with food? With food.
Yeah.
So
Food art is a big money maker.
can't eat in an empty stomach, or can't art in an empty stomach. I meant to say. So this week's first entry is from the Peaky Arrow. This is his first time doing any bit of art, so I encouraged him to show it on the show because this is where we build on this show. So he did this Power Rangers logo, which is pretty cool. And
Thank you.
fair play, like having the fair balls and them to send it to me. Delighted
Yeah.
that new artists feel comfortable to send stuff on here.
No.
Um,
We're a very gracious group. We support up and comers, first timers. Doesn't matter.
100%. Jonathan said, that's disgusting, Jonathan. He said
What
you
in
should
the
get a Man
world
City shirt. No, don't.
to burn?
Smugglers is here, says, evening all. Just driving, dropping by briefly to say hello. Tubbs looking great this evening. All right, Orlando. Sub Christian. Oh my God, that looks banging. Mr. Redmond. Connor says Tez wants my granny wants her plate back. Christian. I was thinking the same, Connor. I just can't get over the chips in the ashtray.
That,
Betty. Smuggler's Canyon. Rolando. Good man, Peaky. Nice logo. Well done, Peaky. Tez says actually really healthy. If you want a heart attack, I suppose. Uh, I haven't even had time to draw the fucking curtains this past few weeks. I've got a backlog. For fuck's sake. TJC. Manga Fandanga says, go, go, Peaky Rangers.
that's what he should have put, Peaky instead of Power.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Dr. Smuggles. Tez, is that a vintage plate? Oh,
Granny wants a smoke. She needs her ashtray back.
he's regretting putting that up now, I think. Where was we? Where was I? Ways of the Sith sent in this awesome custom.
Yeah, he did a great job on that.
He made during the week. So this is it's Galen Merrick, isn't it? It's his Inquisitor costume from Force Unleashed. And this figure, the job he's done in this is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
so I don't know if you're still in the chat, but yeah, man, I said it to you in personal DMs as well, how good this is. Hasbro would sell this for like 50 quid.
Now, excuse me, did he just paint it? I know he gets some of the bodies and head sculpts and stuff from.
I think it's like some of it is like 3D printed, isn't it?
Yeah, resin prints or something, and I think he paints them up.
It's really cool. I love the helmet; it's so cool.
But that torso is really cool.
That's like the
figure that has that.
The hilt on the lightsaber as well is
Yeah,
exceptional. And the helmet does, of course, fit. I think that's you might be right on that. It might be a 3D printed head or helmet. Sorry, but yeah, really, really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And like Waze is here. You can tell us how you made it as well, man. That'll be awesome. That came out awesome, Waze. Sai says, "Ooh, Waze of the Sith." Connor said, "Awesome work, Waze." Yeah, it's absolutely class. He said, "Thanks, guys. Love doing this." He said, "The kit for the armor and the helmet. Yeah, kit for the armor and helmet. Rest is 2 Inquisitor bodies." Yeah, it's really, really cool, man. I absolutely love it. That is something now I would be proud to have in my display or whatever. So, so there's a black Power Ranger, a pink Power Ranger, a yellow Power Ranger, a red Power Ranger, and a blue Power Ranger. Is there any others? There's also the white Power Ranger, but he's the same person as the green Power Ranger. Yeah, Power like I used to watch like Mighty Morphin years ago when it first came out. Once it goes past that, you've lost me.
Yeah, I didn't get into Rangers. I was too old at that point.
And Detty says, "Nice one, Waze." I even watched that thing that they released on Netflix. And I know Waze is going to hate me now, but I thought it was a ball of shit. I'm being honest, and I think it's because I don't really know the older or the newer Rangers. I only know the original 5. It just reminded me how poor that was. Next up is Manga Fandanga. This is Lily Dark from the movie Legend. Simon, of course, is a legend himself.
For sure.
That is absolutely outstanding. Manga Fandanga says a Peaky Ranger, power of dogging using gizmo pillows. Oh, fucking hell. Jonathan says, lol. A what? A white Power Ranger? A bit of bit on the nose, that. Well, I suppose it's the white tiger Power Ranger, really, isn't it? Um,
Brian, I'm still seeing Watt's picture. I don't know if you put size up yet.
oh shit, I didn't actually. It should be. Hold on. That's why I was sharing the wrong. I was sharing the wrong link. See, you should be here instead of Tubbs every week.
He's not that observant or doesn't care which one.
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
See, I'd like a save I have. Um, Connor says, Brian, all I see now is a dick pic. Well, stop looking down and look at the fucking screen then.
He's talking about me, apparently. At Fuller.
Jonathan says, Chris, all the white Power Rangers Zord is the generally.
I
Fucking
don't know
hell.
how Cy does it. It's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
just so fucking cool. Like, awesome manga Fandanga, teach me. I don't think talent like that can be taught, if I'm being honest.
To a degree, maybe, but you just got to work at it. It's
Yeah, I think you can
unpractical.
train a bit, but you got to have a natural flair as well. Like,
Yeah, I think that's true.
Connor says, shit the bedside. That's awesome. See, there, he was definitely your own dick you were looking at now because if you shit the bed, you've no underwear on. Chris says, "Oh, a lady, excellent work, Simon, old chum. Uh, that's amazing, Si." Luke says, "I told you not to share it, Brian." Bloody hell, Si, that is beautiful. Oh fuck, amazing. So cool, manga. Cheers, Laz. Luke says, "I'm supposed to have a degree in fine art. I can just about color and the lines." I mean, I wasn't going to say, but I'm not surprised. Poor Luke.
I have
Just
a degree in fine art. I just don't use
exactly.
it.
Use it to swat flies. No,
Mint
Simon,
in
that is
box if anybody wants to buy it. 4-year degree.
stick it up on eBay.
Yep.
Um, so then we have this little fella, not Tubbs.
Oh,
So these are
look at
mix
the big picture here.
minis. And I think someday you should just paint Tubbs because it would be a bit, it'd be similar.
Yeah,
Like,
he should make a Tubbs. Put him in his yellow hoodie.
hey, come
There's
on, Owen. What are you saying,
there's
lads?
some homework for you, Mick.
That is absolutely awesome. I love this as well.
That's great.
Let's go through the rest of them. So these are just the same one from different angles and stuff. What's this one called, Mick? So I can tell the guys as well in the chat and stuff. It's absolutely cool.
Said he can do a space dwarf and call him Tubbs.
Tubbs is not in the stream, and Brian's forgetting to change the logos for each section and actually show people's pictures. Bring back Tubbs. See, usually he just talks and fills in the spaces non-stop, so it's easy for me to work away in the background.
Yep. Sister of Battle.
That's what happens, Jonathan.
Cool. But they're really dynamic, those little
Yeah,
statues, you know?
watch the face there, like it's like almost a Joker. And there's the back panel. Wow, look at that
Oh my.
detail on that. It's fucking incredible.
Little red dot on the backpack. I mean, I'd go blind trying to do that.
Yeah, 100%. My girlfriend was saying this morning, or saying a while ago, like, do you need your glasses on the stream? And I was like, took my glasses off for 2 seconds. I was like, yeah, can't see the chat now. Oh my god, you're so fucking blind. Like, there's another one. That's class. I love the big gun there,
Top shelf, Mick.
just so Tubbs can't reach them. And another one there.
Tubbs can't reach him. So that one took me a second.
Oh, I'm like that a lot as well. So, well, these are absolutely class. Make your stuff is non-stop, unbelievable. Like, I think my hands would shatter trying to even hold the small little fucking
Shaking and
yeah. Years of alcoholism takes its toll. But yeah, these are class. I love seeing these every week because
yeah.
every week you see something different. Like, you know,
I was
like
kind of hoping he'd give us a little tour of him when he was on, but had too much else going on.
like that chat just like went on forever.
Yeah.
And it felt like 4 minutes. But yeah, this absolutely has love it. So where are we? The last thing we have for Art Corner is yourself. Now, do you have it on you?
I can get it quick if you want.
If you want to show it yourself and do a showcase yourself, would be cool.
Sure.
And I'll fly through the rest of these comments. Yeah, so Manga Fandanga is on tomorrow night on Shabby's channel, Mark Shabby Geek, 9 p.m. Shameless plug. You know, don't need to be ashamed here. No shame in the show, really, usually, anyway. Connor or Luke says, I can't even count to A. I'm not even sure what to 3A levels, Connor. He's not surprised.
So
Okay,
you guys have
so
seen them in progress, but I got a little more paint on this one.
absolutely class.
So it's just made out of that pink insulation foam. But yeah, so there's a 6-incher on them.
Awesome, man. I love the steps. They're so fucking cool.
Yeah. And then these are just Mod Podged. I haven't painted these ones yet with the hexes. I don't know what color I'm going to do those yet, but yeah, they're fun, cheap, easy to do.
And it gives your like the tall for whatever you're putting them in a bit of uniqueness as well. Like, you know, you did it yourself.
Yeah, and with running out of space and things like that, it's going to help a little bit just to get more height in the detox.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so I'm not just stacking them on one riser or something like that. Because right now all I have are those little acrylic risers. They come in different sizes. You get them on
yeah, I know the ones you're talking about.
And a couple flight stands and stuff like that, but it takes up so much room with those flight stands.
Yeah, they're a killer. I think I only have like one of them, and it takes up like 3 or 4 figures could fit where it stands. Like,
yeah.
They can do. So, Smitlord said, "Yeah, but piss artist doesn't count."
Not even in the snow.
Well, I think it would count double in the snow, actually.
I would think.
Pea angels. Yeah. So Simon said when you were gone there, live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Shameless plug, and we'll all probably be there for that.
Sure.
Awesome work, Si. Luke says, cannot wait for Manga Fandango. I'll be taking notes. Nick says, I can do a space to dwarf and call it Tubbs. Yeah, definitely. Mix mini masterpieces.
Yes.
John says, oh yeah, we read that one already. Very cool, Mick. Sisters of Battle is what those guys are called. So they were absolutely class, man. So cool, Mick. These are getting better and better. Just bloody stunning, Mick. Awesome mini painting. What the chat said. TJC said, I've sent you a link to a Phoenix GeForce.
Oh,
Do you
cool.
have that one?
I don't believe so. I'm on my phone, so I can't check it.
Cheers, lads. Amazing detail, Mick. Simon says, blow my mind every week to Mick. And if you're blowing Simon's mind, you're doing something right because his
Yeah.
own stuff is mind blowing. I had to change it up. Couldn't keep doing Eldars. Thanks, everyone. Cheers to TJC and Sai. Jonathan said, that's what Space Marines are for, Mick. Smuggler says, they look sick. You need to do some Seraphim. Those came out great, GeForce, Jonathan says.
Thank you.
That's cool, GeForce. Well done, says James. Blue Sasquatch. Every live stream, it's this live. I love it.
No sharks, though, Squatch.
No, this is actually from 1938. We're the first ones to discover internet, and we're here talking about toys. So yeah. Oh, hey, Blue Sasquatch. Can't even speak now. Nice unit, custom display stands.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looks cool. Amazing G unit. Looks fantastico.
Anyone can do it. Just cut in a straight line and throw some paint on it.
The Skinks Dr. Smuggles. Hail the Elder. Smuggler said, that's the ones make all of their some incredible 3D prints out there too. Okay, so this is a good one. What do you think about the new Dark Knight McFarlane figures? Have you got them, GeForce?
I have them, yes. I
Okay, so
like
you can take this question in because I don't have them.
the Scarecrow's kind of meh, and the only reason I say that is because of his coat. It's down past his thighs, so you don't get a lot of leg articulation or anything with it. It looks good to me. It's from, I guess, the nightmare scene where he's got the bag over his head and stuff like that. But the rest of them I thought looked great, and I didn't have a problem with any of them. And being build a figure is really cool.
It's Bane, isn't it?
Yep.
Like, I'm going to be honest, I saw the promo pictures and I was like, oh, they look so good. And I hovered over the button. I was like, I'll wait. And then I saw the first reviews and I wasn't overly gone on them. So I was like, no, I'll see if they drop the clearance or something, I might grab them. But I don't know.
Yeah, I was in GameStop and I found Two-Face and Scarecrow. And then I went out on Amazon and ordered
the other two.
Batman and the Joker because I figured they would be the harder of the two to find. But
How do you find McFarlane in general, like compared to Legends and stuff?
I don't think the plastic is as good.
Yeah.
Like they kind of have weak ankle joints, most of them, in my opinion. So they require stands quite frequently.
I think that the joints here was I can't see now if you can see that at the wrists and at the ankles.
Yep.
Those balls are fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't like them.
And
I think the sculpts are amazing.
Yeah, the sculpts are great.
So that's pretty much why I buy them, because most of my collection is static. It just stands in the pose I put them in, and they sit there.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, mine pretty much do the same as well.
I don't get them out.
I love the Spawn ones though, so I don't know.
Yeah, I like some of the Spawn stuff too.
It's just when I think I got the first wave of the McFarlane ones, and they're all the same height, and I'm like, oh, scale is a big thing for me. Like I hate like for WWE, Big Show shouldn't be the same size as Rey Mysterio,
right,
etc., etc. And for Jack Specific, he was. So I was like, yeah, that doesn't work for me.
No, I agree with that.
Mick says, I'm blushing now. Ah, poor Mick. Manga Fandango. GW just released their new range of Seraphon. No sharks. I'm unsubscribing to G4. Oh damn, Mick! I have so many boxes of stuff already waiting. MOD Games. I have them on pre-order for ages, but they've not turned up over here. I presume that's the Dark Knight wave.
Dark Knight ones.
Hey, it's G-Force. Hey, it's Shabby Geek.
Shabby.
He's representing in all Shabs. Shabby. Hey, TJC. Luke says, King Shabby. I thought you said I was the king. Our Luke. Poor old Luke. 100% agree on the sculpts. Mick says, I find McFarlane figures too stiff to move. Yeah, they're very. It's not they're too stiff. It's just like all of a sudden.
It's like ratcheted joints or something.
Yeah, it can feel like sometimes they're going to break or something.
Yeah. They make me nervous.
Yeah, that's the word for it. Daddy says Spawn. Shabby. Speaking of which, how is your collection coming on, Miss Daddy? I know she has a few Spawn figures as well.
A couple now,
Scale is a big thing for Tubbs. Scaling anything is a small thing for Tubbs. It's scaling is his thing. Good lad. You can fucking sulk. You can fucking sulk, can't you? Chris says need some classic costume figures in the multiverse line. It's like he hunts out the spawniest version of DC characters, and everybody is Batman as well. That's the other problem I have.
Got 75,000 Batman.
And do you say like Marvel were bad with Spider-Man and Iron Man, but Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Todd's stuff is I love Batman.
Batman sells. I can't blame him,
That is true. Hey smugglers. Smith Lord said McFarlane figures are the balls. Decent sculpt, decent price point. They say they're coming out in June to turn up early. Can't fault them. Yeah, well, there's that too.
Yeah, the price point is good, and their distribution was mint during the pandemic when no one else was putting figures on the shelves. I was able to find McFarlane easy.
Yeah. Well, like again, that's only my opinion. Like, it's not a fact.
Yeah.
As many people will disguise their opinion as fact, sometimes it's not. That's just my preferences. Everyone to their own. Swabby. Swab Shabby. Awesome t-shirt. Oh, I wonder why you said that.
Getting some brownie points in where I can.
Yep. McFarlane kills it on price. They sure do. Hey, I love their mega figures actually.
The big ones. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them. Is it the Violator I got from Spawn? He's just fucking brilliant. I love him. McFarlane just makes the characters he thinks are cool. Hence the 2000 Batman this year alone. Shabby and his magical arms. Oh fucking hell! There's a setting. I got a new phone a couple of weeks ago, and there's a setting where you can like have the camera as if you're miles away from it. And
oh really?
Just picturing Shabby's arms like the longest selfie stick ever.
Yeah, right.
There's some small right in the box that says you're only allowed to pose the figure the way Todd wanted you to. Lol.
I gotta look at that.
And he had that whole side eye thing going on for a while as well.
Yeah, that was
every character's like suspicious looking. But hey Chris, what led us down the path of talking about McFarlane? Oh yeah, someone asked us about it. But what else did I in the chat? Have you seen the trailer for the new film, The Creator?
No.
Okay, I'll put it on here because I'm gonna get a copyright strike anyway. But this looks awesome, I have to say. John David Washington is in it.
Okay.
Okay.
I think they tied Tubbs up.
I would think so because he hasn't even messaged me back now since about an hour ago.
Or else he fell
So
asleep with them.
he thought he fucking whatchamacallit,
Dad's
tranquilized
out and the
himself.
kids are jumping on the bed.
He definitely tranquilized himself. I'd say.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't blame him though. Now, can you guys see that?
hmm
And can you hear it?
Yes.
What's heaven?
It's a peaceful place in the sky.
Whoop.
Are you going to heaven?
No.
Why not?
You gotta be a good person to go to heaven.
10 years ago today, the artificial intelligence created to protect us
he's
detonated
gonna
a
lose
nuclear
it.
warhead in Los Angeles. For as long as AI is a threat, we will never stop hunting them. This is a fight for our very existence.
Whoever's in there, they're sure worried about someone getting in.
Yeah, they're getting out.
Come back to you. We're the same. We can't go to heaven because you're not good. And I'm not a person.
Did you locate the weapon?
Yeah, it's a kid.
Seatbelts. What do you want with the child?
We are this close to winning the war. Execute her, or we go extinct.
They're coming to get me.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool, isn't it? Oh, pause. So yeah, that's like a million different genres stuck together.
Right. Like, is that just a one-off thing, or?
It feels like it's like Terminator mixed with The Last of Us mixed with loads of other movies.
Right. Right.
But yeah, it looks really cool though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say there, like Tez will have seen that now and is now about to unleash hell. But yeah, it looks really cool. September or sometime there. Um, Jesus. And there was one other film as well that I was going to show if I can find it. The new Leonardo DiCaprio film, which is called Killers of the Flower Moon. This is a new Martin Scorsese movie. Fella who's been talking shit about superhero stuff for all the last 5 years or so. And then we'll go through the chat then. It's movie night. Okay.
Nice.
So here we go.
The Osage took their name from Missouri and Osage rivers. Neokanska, children of the middle waters. Move, said the great white father. There are many, so many hungry wolves. Can you find the wolves in this picture? Can you find the wolves in this picture?
Well, now that's just Avatar.
Yeah. That actually is Pocahontas.
Right. Now that looks cool.
But
I like
yeah,
that.
it looks really good. And like I know I made a joke about Martin Scorsese, but like some of his movies have been my most favorite movies of all time. Like so,
Yeah. Yeah.
and DiCaprio always delivers as well. So
Yeah, he's been good in a lot of movies. I give him a lot of stick, but he's a good actor.
yeah, he's class. Where are we? So let's see what the chat. Chris says, "Don't just read us. I've been on top chat and missing comments." Yeah, that was a mistake I used to make as well when I started doing these first. This film does look good on about the creator. Brian said last week the Tubbs was going the same way as Bruno.
He did. He did.
I did. Imagine that.
Hmm.
Have you noticed, Jonathan? Did I say that? Maybe Jonathan won't be here next week.
Oh,
Shabby said, "Yep, it looks awesome." Ways of the Sith said this trailer looks so dope. I hope it's not one of those trailers, the creator I'm talking about, where you've seen everything in the trailer
all the
and
good
then
parts in the trailer.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
when you get to it, it's like, oh shit, no. Manga Fandanga says, "Jono, are you thinking what I'm thinking?" I don't know, Jono. What are you thinking? We're gonna take over the world. Don't mention Al to AI. Al, I says, Tez will start. Who the fuck is Al?
Yeah. Tez don't like Al.
No, big no. Gareth Edwards and ILM for the win. Oh, is this Gareth Edwards the guy that made Rogue One? Did this? I didn't know
Yep.
that. Chris says, I don't think you get copyright. You don't get strike, but you get kind of it says copyright thing, so you can't
Warning
make
or
any money
something.
off that video. So
Yeah.
I won't be making any. I'm not monetized anyway, so who gives a shit?
Right.
Gareth Edwards, yeah.
As long as
It
they
is.
don't take the video down, you're good.
Well, it's a live stream anyway, so if they take it down, they take it down. Wait, was that Addison Janey then? I'm not too sure. Jono said that movie looks epic. Top right, Christian. He's biting a pillow, screaming right now. Tez. TikTok. Yeah, I think he was talking about Tez and the AI thing. Chris says, right, gotta bounce. Long day at work tomorrow. Take it easy, folks. Have fun. Yeah, you too, buddy. Have a great day.
Chris.
And don't fret about work too much. It ends every day. Don't remember that. Meh. Smuggler said, I got Ghost and Darkness vibes. Yeah, I got that too. One day, some kids carried my mother's groceries. Oh, you know why? Come on, tell us what's the bad joke? Fucking hell, there's so fucking much smartness in here tonight. See, none of this happens usually because Tubbs doesn't let anybody get an inch. Bloody fly.
Yeah, I'm not quite as talkative as Tubbs.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that at all. But I usually don't. I don't usually read out half as many comments because he's
Right.
like,
Right.
hey, fuck. So,
It's the
G-Force,
fucking thing, you know.
did you get any pickups this week?
I did not. I went out and there were some things out there, some new Marvel stuff in GameStop, but I did not get any of them. They're all comic book.
Oh, you're more MCU.
MCU. Yep.
Huh. So we're like the yin and yang here because I don't collect
Yeah.
MCU really.
I like the comic book stuff, but there's just way too much of it, and I know I'll just go overboard if I start collecting a lot of it.
Yeah,
I do
I
have
kind of
some,
agree.
but
I can definitely see that point of view. Whereas like the movie stuff kind of goes down faster as well. Clearance is quicker.
yeah.
That's why I still have a bunch of MCU figures over here, and yeah, it's mostly clearance stuff. Nick is here. He says, "Sup smugglers, sup people. Evening, Nick.
APD.
Action Pop Dead. How are you?" TJC.
He got scolded in ZSR the other night.
Oh, really?
I forget what happened, but one of the mods was like, "Oh, this is your first warning." Like, whoa.
Don't fuck with the mods in the ZSR stream. You're doing great, G Unit, and you have the accent down to a T. Oh, smugglers.
Watched a lot of tubs.
Oh, fucking. That's how Chris takes him off anyway. Fucking. Where was I? So just a bit of movie news really, and not even movie news, TV show stuff. So like you follow your MCU guy. They released dates for Echo and Loki season 2 as well a couple of days back. So what do you think? What do you think about them dropping? They're going to drop Echo all in one day, kind of like Netflix used to do. In I think it's November.
And that's something that I'm not familiar with. Echo.
She was the deaf girl in the Hawkeye series.
Okay.
I'm more interested though in why they've decided to do that for the first time, and still they're going to do Loki weekly.
Yeah, that is kind of odd if they're going to drop. Do you know how many episodes?
I think there's 6. So, like a lot of people were saying, because there was apparently Kevin Feige was very unhappy with the first draft of it and ordered a shitload of reshoots. So maybe,
Wow.
So maybe it's terrible.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I'll watch it. Anything comes out on MCU or Star Wars, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm the very same. I'll watch, like, you hear, like, when things are coming out, you'll hear a million negative things, and you'll hear, which way the wind is blowing, kind of, but you'll still watch it. Like, I watched Eternals in the cinema.
Yeah, right. Speaking of Loki, though, you watched the after credit scenes, right?
Yeah.
So the last one where they actually show Loki, is that a prelude to the second season?
Where he's going around and everything has changed, is it?
Yeah, and He Who Remains is there, and he's got the big puffed out stage.
Yeah. That's in the after credit scene of Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I wonder though.
What did I say?
I wonder how much of him is going to be in it.
Yeah. Now that he's gotten himself into some trouble, huh?
Considering he decided to be a real life villain for a while.
Right.
It's interesting what they're going to do there, like, because they've only shot that. They haven't shot anything else with him. So if they did drop him, it would be the right place to do it, maybe. I don't know.
And I mean, I don't know how much they have in the can already, if they've done any shooting on it yet. I mean, they've had to do some, right?
Loki must be finished nearly by now, I would say.
I would think.
It's like they've gotten rid of actors for less.
Yeah.
In the past.
If it's pre-offense, do they still carry on because they already shot it and paid the money, or depends on the offense? I don't know.
I will say as well now they removed the writer as well from Avengers Kang Dynasty. He was the guy that wrote Ant-Man Quantumania, and they've gotten rid of him.
Wow.
Jeff
Wow.
Loveness or something he's called, I think. But he was crap.
Yeah.
Like Ant-Man wasn't bad. I enjoyed it in the cinema when I saw it the first time,
hmm
but I can see where all the hate comes from as well. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was watching Jim Largo's stream last night, and he said something that I just have been saying forever. It's like, just give me a good story. Stop with all the CGI shit. You know, we get it. It's nice, but don't rely on that to sell your movie. Like,
Yeah,
you still need a story to carry us through it.
yeah, that's true.
It's like looking at a picture book with no words. You know, you got to infer. No, give me a friggin'
No,
story.
I think smaller scale movies can be better
Yeah,
because I think the two ideal ones you look at are, for me anyway, is Bumblebee and Deadpool. Bumblebee is one they did not give a shit about, and they just left the director do his thing and came out with an awesome movie.
came
Same with
out better
Deadpool.
than the other ones.
Yeah, exactly. And we
Yep.
were only talking about it in the group chat today. We're like, it didn't do well because it was considered shit by association with the other
Right.
ones.
Right.
Same kind of thing happened with Solo when it released after The Last Jedi.
Yep.
Everybody hated The Last Jedi and didn't go to see Solo because of it.
But it's actually a pretty decent movie. I don't mind Solo.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
enjoyed it as well. Like,
Han Solo being my favorite character, it took me a second to get used to it, but I'm like, okay, we're flashing back. It's a different age, you know,
yeah.
that's fine. But they gave us some good stuff in that movie.
Well, like I loved all the Crimson Dawn stuff and the Darth Maltese at the end. It's just
Guavian death gangs and
yeah.
stuff like that. New characters, you know, I love that stuff.
Like my one problem with the Star Wars, and I'm gonna upset a lot of people by saying this. My one problem with Star Wars fandom is their desperate hold on the original trilogy characters. I think I feel bad for the guy that did The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson, a little bit, because he had to deal with Leia and Luke and he fucked it up.
Yeah.
Whereas if they gave, like, the original plan was to give him a trilogy of his own. If he did that and went off and did his own original story, it could have been amazing.
And I don't think that it would have been so bad if they kind of killed them off like natural causes like Yoda or something like that, you know, like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's probably no help in those sequels.
Well, no, but more what I'm saying, like, is the way they're doing a movie thousands of years now before the Jedi or whatever. If
Mhm.
he would have started off on something like that,
Right.
I think anybody dealing with the original trilogy
With
characters
the
is
original
was
trilogy.
doomed to fail anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And I don't necessarily need original characters as such. Like I talk about Andor in that vein because you don't get many characters from any of the movies. You get Mon Mothma, you get Andor, and Tarkin. Are those the only
I
three
think
that,
so. Yeah.
you know? And it was still compelling.
Like Rogue One is one of my favorite Star Wars
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic film. I'm looking forward to like the movies they do away from the Skywalkers
Yeah.
because I'm kind of sick of them.
I think they need to at this point, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, we all love that cameo when it comes in, usually anyway, but there's plenty of stories. It's a big universe, you know. You're only focusing on Tatooine and Yavin, Coruscant, you know.
The first line of the crawl is a galaxy far, far away.
Right,
Why
right.
does everything in the galaxy in this small box?
Exactly.
That's why I love season 1 of Mandalorian as well, because it wasn't connected to anything.
Yep.
Whereas now it's super connected to everything already.
And they dragged it all back in, right? Boba Fett and-
So what's going on here in the chat?
Oh, I'm scared.
Nick has
Shabby loves The Last Jedi.
Nick has kicked the hornet's nest, I think.
Uh-oh.
Smuggler's Canyon. Okay, we saw that bit. Okay. Yeah, that nerd got ranty because I didn't know the rules. Dick. And I say that as a self-recognized dickhead myself. Okay, so this is see, I was out Friday night in a work night out, so I missed that as
Oh,
well.
that's what it was. It was the quiz, the Jeopardy stream. It wasn't
Oh,
CSR. I'm sorry. Sorry, Shabby, Matt, and Tez.
you must abide by the rules, Nick. This is a serious business.
He called out an answer in the chat, and somebody went ham on him. I was like, holy,
Oh
give
shit.
him.
Shabby says, I
Sorry,
don't know
Shabby.
anything about this.
I
Poor
kicked
Shabby
the
getting blamed
hornet's
for
nest,
everything.
apparently.
Jonathan said, Echo is dropping all at once. I must really suck balls. Yeah, that's what I said. Guys, how do you pronounce jackass? Smith Lord says, got a bounce. See you later, Chris. Have a good one, dude. Catch you on the flip side. Sup, Orlando. I think you told me off, and someone else dead scalded me. Later, Chris. Scald you on ZSR. Smuggler says, what are the rules to watch ZSR? No,
I
Shabby.
apologize again. I screwed that up. It was John's Jeopardy show, not ZSR.
No, Shabby, I didn't realize you couldn't give answers on the Super Awesome Geek Show. So, like a dick, I answered. Okay. Christian, don't mention AI art will be the main one, I guess. Shabby Geek. Rolando. Smuggler says, so not CSRG unit. You're slagging off the wrong stream.
I watched too many of them. Too many fuckers out there.
Oh, super awesome show. Gotcha. Cheeky that G-Force.
So damn. Tell you.
Manga Fandango, I can 100% agree when you say who gives a shit. Jonathan said Ant-Man 3 sucked, so no surprise when the dude got booted. It was alright. It's not the worst MCU movie.
I'll watch it before I watch Dark Times again.
Have you seen it?
The one, did I call it the right thing? The Thor Dark World.
Oh, Dark World is okay, I thought. It's Love and Thunder I hated.
I wasn't a big fan of that one either.
Oh, as a big Thor fan, it fucking pissed me off.
Yeah.
I liked the Dark World because we got to see the Dark Elves and a few of the other realms and
That
stuff.
was all right.
But yeah, there was too much of the Darcy stuff in that as well.
Yeah.
Good God, it takes a brave man to mention AI art to Terrence on a stream. You did it last week, Shabby. He said I'll never mention it to Tess again. And of course, I put on a film about killing AI things.
Yeah, right.
Terminator 7. And more importantly, it lost Disney about 100 million. So yeah, some fool's getting sacked. Shabby says, I love The Last Jedi.
He does. He's got all the merch.
Not seen Ant-Man yet. Everyone says it's crap. I would say watch it for yourself. There's worse MCU films.
Go in with zero expectation and you won't be let down.
Smoke a spliff is what I would say.
Yeah,
And
go for the visuals.
Smoke a spliff and wait for the cucumber head guy so you can laugh.
Broccoli man.
Broccoli, that's it. And the guy that has no head, has no body. Some of the creatures were great in it, I thought.
Yeah.
And then when the rockets or the houses start taking off into rockets.
What was that dude? He had like a spotlight for a head. He was.
Oh yeah, he was actually cool. He was like something out of fucking Masters of the Universe or something. That guy.
Yeah, right.
Good news then, Shabby, because you're getting 3 more Rey movies. She's just a female Luke Skywalker, so.
And see, I think that everybody's probably said it, but Ray and Finn and probably even Poe could have been written so much better and been characters that we did like, but because the writing was shit, we have what we have.
And Finn got screwed over. He was written fairly well in the first movie.
Yeah, The Force
was-
Awakens wasn't the worst movie I'd ever seen. You know, I thought it had potential, and then
Yeah, I really enjoyed Force Awakens. I know it was just a retread, but there was a lot of cool stuff in it as well. I love Kylo Ren in the first one. Like, Jonathan, I remember it was you told me it was common sense. My wife will tell you I have no common sense or tact or filter. I was just waiting for GAP to ban you. Lol. So says Star Wars plus Disney equals poo. Or shit. So whichever.
I thought that was chocolate ice cream.
Well, you can taste it and find out. You taste it first and tell me what it's like.
Okay.
A bit of salt. Take what Jonathan says with a pinch of salt. He's a troublemaker at the best of times. Waze said, I think Disney saw my Tron video and said, nah, we're going to do the complete opposite. See, that's the problem with expectation as well. Don't expect anything and you'll never be disappointed.
Exactly.
At least Lucasfilm did a good job with their other properties like Willow and Indy. Sorry, oh wait, well Indy hasn't been even out yet, like, so I wouldn't shit on that yet. I'm sure there'll be plenty of time to shit on it.
Yeah.
But the one thing I will say is, I know you're into a lot of the Rebel stuff and what have you. I used to be like that with the MCU, like, oh, it has to be like the comics. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? This is just a different universe. Let's not get upset and just enjoy what they're putting out.
Yeah. And
there is takes like from the comics and stuff, but they're never going to be exactly the same.
No, they can't do a lot of the stories, especially in like the Punisher lines and stuff like that. They were just.
But like even Secret Invasion, which was one of the first comics I read when I was getting back into collecting, they're doing that with no superheroes. Like, so stupid. Like, but might make a good film or a good show. So
I think that's the best way to approach movies and stuff these days is you can watch the trailers, you can get hyped up, you can speculate with your friends, but you can't carry all that hype in there with you.
Definitely not.
Down. They don't tell new stories. They just rehash same old shit or, redo an old movie,
It's like that time when Mario was coming out, and the first reactions from it were bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I don't know, will I go see it now? And then I said, no, fuck it, I won't listen to anything. And I just went to myself, and it was just
gotta form your own opinions on it.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Nick says, we're all nerdy fuckers who love this shit. I laughed, had a beer, but it was a good quiz, but I wasn't ruining it. Oh, Thor 2 was not good. I remember the good old days when that was the worst MCU movie. Lol. I actually don't know what the worst MCU movie is now. They said Darth Maul was wasted.
It's got to be Eternals, right? And I didn't even mind it that much. I sat through the whole thing, but I haven't visited it.
Eternals wasn't in any way offensive. It was just a bit boring.
Yeah.
That's all I thought of Eternals.
I thought visually it was all right.
Which?
Visually, I thought it was pretty good.
It was very one tone. But that director, like, she's not known for big scale blockbusters, like, so she's an indie film director. I don't think they expected. I think Eternals was no, for me, Thor: Love and Thunder. Actually, that's my worst one.
Don't like the goats, huh?
Probably Ant-Man 2. I didn't really like that either. They said Darth Maul was wasted, so they think they didn't decide to overuse Kylo all or nothing with this mouse prick. I've never heard Mickey Mouse called a prick before. I've heard him called a lot of things.
Yep.
Satan being one. I am so hyped for Indy. Yeah, I am so happy. Looking forward to it as well. Unpopular opinion, I know. Nick says, still haven't seen the latest Thor. Heard it was terrible. I love Ragnarok though. No, Ragnarok was brilliant.
Ragnarok was a gem.
I think you can see the seeds of Ragnarok or the seeds of Love and Thunder in Ragnarok though, where he was slowly making the character dumb as fuck. Indy got slated at Cannes, 32% from the real critics. Yeah, I don't listen to those things, and Cannes is full of wankers anyway. I've been there. Well, I
Isn't that
know
in
people who've been
France?
there. Yeah, it's the Cannes Film Festival where all like
Who listens to
posh,
French anyway?
the posh notion motherfuckers go. I gave them the blueprint. All they had to do was follow us. I know.
Or
I
what?
judge it for myself, mate. Luke says, didn't mind Eternals, but it wasn't great. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was just a bit boring.
Yeah.
Jonathan Christian, honest question. Should they have left Indy alone or dumb recast and rebooted? Yeah, I said it. Make new content. That's what I would say. Stop bringing back old shit and making changes. Just make new stuff.
That's what I say. There's no originality anymore. Like, how did people just all of a sudden stop knowing how to write a story?
I don't know. You see, it's hard for people to get original stuff through now with all these big blockbuster films.
That's it. I think it's money, and they want something
You can't make new heroes if you can't get rid of the old ones.
Right.
Same Christian. Critic scores are worthless. But still not a good sign when the handpicked wine and dine critics shit all over a movie a month before its release. Nick, I think a new young indie TV show would have been awesome. Hadn't they that planned at one stage where there was going to be a new Indiana Jones TV show on Disney Plus, I think.
Thought I heard something about that.
Smugglers says, I'm a big Ford fan. They should have recast long ago. I think Chris Pratt would have been brilliant. I don't know about him. I do like him, but
who would you say you would pick out of today's actors to play Harrison Ford or Indiana Jones?
Fuck.
A tough call.
It is like Ryan Gosling or someone like that. Jeez, I don't know. I'd have to think longer, harder. But
yeah, that's a question we'll ponder and get back to it.
I take a point, Jonathan. Nick says, do you think they would do an indie show? I almost feel they should have recast Ford in the 90s with Brendan Fraser and got another actor for The Mummy. The Mummy is an amazing film, though it is. I love The Mummy and the second one as well. That was the plan, Nick, but Disney nixed the idea for some reason. Yeah, I knew they were planning it at one stage, all right. Seeing Disney are cost cutting like crazy on Disney Plus series. And Luke said I'd pick G-Force.
Have to practice my whip skills.
And Jonathan says Mummy 1 is an all-time classic. Sequels, not so much. Emotep. Yeah, I really enjoy those. So who would be... Oh, Oscar Isaac, maybe.
Oscar Isaac.
He's already doing like an Egyptian tomb dweller at the moment.
Trying to think who kind of looks like that, but there's not many.
You could do Chris Evans as well.
Chris Evans.
Captain America. I could definitely see him do it. Nick says, I could give you 5 ideas for what I think would be awesome new film franchises. The problem is I'm a fuckwit builder from Dorset. Well, we're all fuckwits from somewhere, so.
They're not taking treatments from builders in Dorset?
Smuggler says, in Jurassic World, Pratt delivers the line, lady, I was with the Navy, not the Navajo, and it was as if Indy said it himself. I was sold. Yeah. Is he back in favor in Hollywood now, though? Because I know he like said some pretty dodgy shit at some point, and the only reason he was brought back for Guardians was it was in his contract.
Yeah,
I think something about he's like a newborn Christian or something.
Yeah,
and they're against homosexual behavior and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's definitely something the House of Mouse is fighting in Florida right now with the governor and all that shit. So
Smuggler said, "Good farm from Dorset." Jonathan said, "You really need to cast an unknown for an indie show. Big name cast actors bring too much baggage and too much money."
yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know. Like they tried Uncharted with Tom Holland and it just did not work. Like
No,
Uncharted
right.
was basically based off Indiana Jones. It just was. He just didn't.
Yeah, that wasn't in theaters for long, was it?
He looks about 14 still, like, and Nathan Drake is about in his 30s, I think, in the games anyway. So he was far too young for the role, I think, in my opinion. Other than that, guys, I think that's Holland. Yeah, Holland was so miscast. Nick said, "I love the first Mummy, and dare I say the second. Still think it's a great sequel. The third was utter dog shit. Reminded me of my colonoscopy. Wasn't as bad as I expected, but not experienced urge to repeat. Like getting a rod up the hole as bad as watching Mummy 3. I don't know."
Wine me and dine me first. Come on.
Exactly. At least use the lube.
Put on
No,
some.
I do have the very bad news to bring to you guys that the Culture Cast will not be on for the next 2 weeks. So I'm going on holidays, so I won't be doing Culture Casting from across the sea, unfortunately, as I won't have my laptop with me. So when we come back, though,
Tubbs can't run it on his own.
his kids would probably do it better than he would. I agree.
He always says you're the button masher. He's just a pretty face.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah. So next week, and the week after will be gone, and the week after that, then 3 more episodes, and we're at 100. So we have 2 more special guests, and then we have the open mic shot, and then we're finished forever. I joke. Not 101 will be the week after. But yeah. So same with Dune 2. Trailer looked awesome, but I'm not vibing the actor playing Paul as the Fremen either. Yeah, that Timothy Chalamet, I'm not a fan of him at all.
No,
I wouldn't be gone on him at all. So, and Dune 2, did you see the first Dune?
Mhm.
What did you think?
The original and the first.
The new one was
The new one, yeah, I liked it. I mean, I thought it was good.
Yeah, it kind of gave me the same vibe as Eternals, and that it was fine, but it kind of bored me as well.
I try not to anyway pick apart movies. Like, I'm sure there's things in there that I didn't enjoy, but easily can get back into it usually. So unless something takes me totally out of it, like a zipper in Star Wars, that.
Or in the back, I think it's in Braveheart. You can see, like, in one of the scenes, there's a van in the background. They're supposed to be in the 1800s, like.
With a big dragon on it.
Nick says, "Is it bad? I've just realized Tubbs isn't here." No, that's good, because that means G-Force is an awesome co-host when he wasn't even expected to be a co-host.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Smuggler's Canyon said, "Yes, it's bad." If ever a movie needed a House of the Dragon time jump and actor replacement, Dune 2 is it. Sorry, Tubbs, if it's any consolation, I love you. Braveheart, that famous Christmas film. Ho, 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 yeah.
Now I have a machine gun.
Freedom! But yeah. So that'll be me for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you for watching, and G-Force, thank you for coming on as a guest.
No problem. No
Great
problem.
to finally have you on.
Anytime. Yeah, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure. I love watching you guys every Tuesday. Look forward to it.
Awesome. I just thought, actually, I wonder, is Tubbs like anti-American? Because the week Shabby was on here as well. I know Shabby's not American, but he lives over there. He was missing as well. So I'm gonna pull him on that next week. Yeah, you should give him shit now.
Wait
next
till
week.
I see you, Tubbs.
You should send him like a video message or something.
Something. Send him a nice Instagram or wherever he's on.
Yeah. But G-Force, you should be worried seeing what happens to Brian's previous co-hosts. Lock those windows, mate.
Well,
G-Force, look, he's got a big pile of water between us.
it seems to be the people that contradict him or go against him that have the most problems.
Yep, I know where you live, Jonathan. Sort of. I know you live in the vicinity of the Dublin area. That's about it. But Dublin's a big place, and I don't like.
Watch your back again.
Mick, great show, great job, G-Man. Thank you, Mick, for coming on every week and showing us your awesome minis.
Sure.
Smugglers, great to see you, dude. Hope you're having an awesome night, and we'll see you in 3 weeks' time. Is it? Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, and somewhere in Dublin. Me and Connor will be well gone if it was that simple, G-Force. Nick, I'm assuming Tubbs has been kidnapped. If you don't pay his ransom, will G-Force be the new full-time host? He was kidnapped by his children, so I don't know where the ransom was even going.
I'll bring out my inner New Yorker and I'll say the F word every 2 seconds, and it'll be like not missing a beat.
Hey, come on!
Hey, yo!
What the fuck you doing?
I'm fucking walking here.
Yeah, we finally got a fuck out of here near the end. John said awesome stream. Enjoy your halls. Thanks, TJ. I won't be going till next Wednesday, but I'm going. It's like I could do next week, but I will be going like in 3 hours from now in 7 days. So yeah, I need some sleep that day.
No need to push it.
Yeah. So thank you guys again for watching. And make sure to subscribe to G-Force also. Blue Sasquatch. No, 1938, I said.
I think I'm 17 away from 300, so invite your grannies, your sisters, whoever wants to come over.
Get them all up there.
Get them all out there subbed.
Get your tits out for G-Force, lads, and we'll see you later. Leave your pants on. Later, guys. Have a great week.